Hello everybody. We're going to do what I hope will be a fairly quick little video here on demoing this guy here, which is a prototype build. This isn't quite the final one, as you can tell by some little added pieces and parts here. But this is the NUCplus4, which is essentially a daughter board for the 576 NUC, which is what's sitting underneath it right now. And this board plugs in via 3 piggyback chips here and picks up pretty much all the singles it needs for a cartridge. And since there is no cartridge port on this guy, we're actually using the A8Pico Cart by Electrotrains. This is a fairly new thing that he just basically released, I think, within the last couple weeks here. And this gives you a 16 megabyte multi-cart, and the 16 megabytes is actually flash ROM or RAM, I forget what you call that. And you plug this USB into your computer, and it just brings up a mass storage device, and you can just drag and drop whatever files, Atari files you want over to it. And that also includes cartridges as well. So let's go ahead and fire this thing up. Okay, so the first thing that's going to happen when we turn on the 576 is it's going to default to powering up with the cartridge, with the A8Pico Cart, and we're going to see its menu of what's actually on or in the flash drive. I guess I'll just call it a flash drive. And so I got a couple files in here, and basically the one I got, I'm going to load up right now, is SDX. So Spardust just came up. Like I said, Spardust is actually a cartridge that's loading off of this guy right here. We're going to go ahead and just turn on the time date line, because we have a real-time clock, which is this guy right here. We have a real-time clock circuit, and this is actually pretty much a duplicate of ICD's R-Time 8. And so you can see we have today's date, and I'm pretty sure that's the correct time. Let's double check that real quick. I actually synchronized it. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's see how close we really are. I synchronized it to this thing about 3 days ago. So we have, yeah. I mean, it's almost exactly on the same time. Oh my God, that's great. Okay, so definitely the R-Time 8 is working properly. Let's go ahead and start basic. Oh, before I do that, let's do a directory of this card. And what you're seeing here is on this SD card, I've got a 16 megabyte SDX formatted ATR, and I got a couple files on there as well. So let's go into basic, and we're going to go ahead and create another one. Do just a simple hello world. Sounds like the thing to do. Just a one-liner. Let's make sure that came out right. Yep, let's run it real quick, make sure it runs. Yep, that works. Stop it. Okay, let's go ahead and save it to the SD drive, and we'll call it test3.basic. Okay, let's go back over to DOS. Okay, let's do a directory. Oh, and there you see the file we just wrote with the time right now and today's date. And let's go back into basic. And let's see if we still got our file there, which we should, because it should have saved it into the extended RAM. And SDX did its job, and it's there. Let's go ahead and wipe that out. Let's list it again. Okay, memory is empty right now. Let's go ahead and load go ahead and load that. The test3, right? .basic. Let's list it. And it's there, and it runs. Cool. Okay. So that basically just goes over the 4 different aspects. The A8Pico Cart, which is what we use to load an SDX cartridge file in to the 576. We also turned on the time date line, and we could see that it was running and it had the correct time and the date on it. That's the responsibility of the RTime8 circuit, which is right here. We also were able to access and write to and read from the SDrive. This is actually an SDrive NG-NG. In fact, we can actually do real-time swaps here. In fact, let me just go into DOS real quick, and I'll show you that. Okay, so we'll do a directory again of this drive, or this SD card. Let's pull that one out. And you can see that the little white light turned off, and that just means that there's no card inserted at this point. If we plug the new card in, it comes back on. You also see there was a little activity between these 2 lights. They probably don't look right on my camera for some reason, but this one's red and this one's green, but I don't think it shows up. I think it just looks like white lights on my camera for some strange, odd reason. But anyway, what it's doing is it's kind of like renegotiating and reinitializing to the new card. And if we were to do another directory, we'd see that things have changed. Okay. So what we actually are seeing off of this card actually has an SDrive ATR file on it, which is the menu program for the SDrive. And so we're actually seeing the contents of that ATR. So it's kind of cool because you can hot swap these guys, and as many times as you want. You can change disks. You don't have to power down or nothing. It's kind of like using just a regular floppy drive at that point, like a 1050 or something. And whenever we unplug a card, which I just did, it takes the SDrive completely out of circuit, and so it doesn't interfere with anything else that's going on at this point. And I think that's it. I think if I want to keep this video short, I should probably shut up now and say adios. See you guys later. Hope everybody's having a good day.